Yo, King of the Pit TV. I wanna feel a little bit. Yo, what a go on, motherfuckers. Good morning. Alkaline Trio, track 1 of 12, is entitled This Could Be Love. This could be love. This could be love. The start of this goes out to Marcus. Thank you very much for the recommendation, Marcus. This was recommended over at the Patreon. One love. You know what? I adore you lot so much to the degree that I cannot fathom what words I should place upon my adoration. On this channel, I don't think I've done a album that hasn't been sponsored like in the best part of a year. So one love to that. I really do appreciate that. Do you know what the best thing about that is? I'm going through this musical journey of highs and lows and lefts and rights and ups and downs where I just don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know what I'm going to listen to. Alkaline Trio is an act that's sort of adjacent to some of the bands I have listened to over the years. I know that by default, because I understand, you know, there's a punk rock essence to this act. As to where this punk rock essence goes, as to how the songwriting is and whatnot, I don't know. I don't know where this is going to take us. But we're loud, we're proud, we're on King of the Pit TV. I'm coming out. Gonna do a little bit of tidying up later, alright? Sort my wardrobe out, I think it's about time, right? You only see me looking a scruff, don't worry about it, this is all AI. In my general get-up, you'd be like, holy crap, is that the president? Do you know what I mean? This first track's entitled This Could Be Love. Let's jump in, shall we? Let go!
I've got a book of matches, I've got a can of kerosene, I got some bad ideas involving you and me. I don't blame you for walking away. I touch myself at thoughts of flames. I shat the bed, I laid there in it, thinking of you, wide awake for days, wide awake for
image-wise, vocal-wise, there's an air of goth to this sound of this music.
And I found you tongue-tied, my twisted little brain. You couldn't crack a smile, I didn't catch your name. I don't blame you for walking away. I'd do the same if I saw me. I swear it's not contagious, and for short steps we can erase this. Step 1, slit my throat. Step 2, blame my blood. Step 3, cover me in dirty sheets and run laughing out of the house. Step 4, stop off at Edgebrook Creek and rinse your crimson hands. You took me hostage, you made your demands. I couldn't meet him, so you cut off my fingers one by one.
Hold on a minute, listen to that lyric.
I couldn't hands. You took me hostage, you made your demands. I couldn't meet him. Therefore, stop off at Edgebrook Creek and rinse your crimson hands.
What was that? I need to do the songwriter in me is got space for discussion here. The lyric says, okay, so he does say hands. I thought it might have been hymns or something. Step 4, stop off at Edgebrook Creek and rinse your crimson hands. You took me hostage and made your demands. I couldn't meet them, so you cut off my fingers one by one. Alright, cool. I didn't know it was crimson hands. I thought it might have been something else. So I'm thinking, why has he said, you took me hostage and made your demands? I couldn't meet you, so you cut off my hands. Like, hands would be so much better than fingers. And still, it would be the rhyming scheme. ABBC pause is crazy. That's not a good rhyming scheme, by the way. It's unique, but it's not good.
I couldn't meet him, so you cut off my fingers one by one.
So I don't know if it's gonna change from here, but there is a gothic sort of energy to the music. I like what we have with the branding of the Misfits. I'm not saying that they are alike, but I'm saying, you know, as far as branding and energy is concerned in the era of, you know, darkness. On another note, it's called Good Morning with a play on words on morning. I don't actually say good morning to anyone down to it being pronunciated like that. Same with the Rastas. The Rastas don't do it either. You know, there's power in the word. And when we got, I don't know if it's some sort of linguistic ploy that we go around telling each other good morning. It's like, I don't want to fucking mourn. There is no good morning. Don't say it to me. And I won't say it to you. All right. Grand risings, my brother. Come on. I'm not. I feel it's sad to say grand risings. Like, I don't even say that either. That's what the Rastas say, grand risings. I say hello. You're all right. You know what I mean? I don't say good morning. The power of the tongue. Pardon me. This could be love. Come on. Those bells are nice. Good introduction. Shows they can write a good chorus. They can put a good song together. Good production on the record. Good coherency with the lyrical content. We've got a music video coming up next. We've had enough. See you there. King of the Pit TV signing in. Good Morning by the Alkaline Trio is what we're listening to. I'm going to make myself a little smaller here so we can pay attention to the video. We've Had Enough is the title of this one. It's track number 2 of 12 on the album. Let's jump in. We've had enough. Oh. What have we had enough of? Halloumi. I have. Bit too salty. I've been eating tons of it. Da 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 da. Anybody come across or remember that freak smart schoolboy from over here in Northern England? Well, it might have been from South, actually. Probably more than likely from London. Smart schoolboy, he was called. He dressed up as a schoolboy, like proper fetishized it. And there's videos of him like around schools and stuff chasing kids about. It sounds mad, and it's even mad when you look into it. Search up smart schoolboy. You'll be blagged, honestly. Proper madded. It's kind of mad because of the political tensions over here, the racial tensions. He's not doing our lot any favours. I swear to God. Well, actually, I think he's black because he like whites up his face. So he paints his face white. I don't actually think he's a white dude because like obviously comments just for what is it? Usual suspects and all this. I'm thinking, come on. We don't need any more nonsense. All right, they need to be erased. All right. But yeah, I actually think he's black, but he whites up his face with like white paint and wears a I know I'm going off tangent here, but I just saw a meme in relation to it and I thought, fucking hell, like that guy came and went and he's still lurking among us, you know. Haven Hates You says, my biggest flex is that my mum went to their concert when she was pregnant with me. Let's look at the responses to that. Someone said, my mum went to Green Day. Someone said, my biggest flex from the womb was surviving an abortion attempt. Possibly two. Mother confirmed about the first attempt, but hung up when I asked about the second time and has refused to answer. When she told me, I told her she should have got a better coat hanger. This is insane. Why do you think I looked at the responses to that comment? I knew there was gonna be something. There's got to be some absurdities in relation to that. This is insane. Yeah, do you know what? I'm not going to go into too much depth, but I think my mum had no problem having a cigarette whilst I was in the womb. I blame everyone for my issues, alright? That's crazy. That's crazy. With all due respect, my mum looked after me very well, so I don't go too deep into inquiring whether that is the truth or not. My biggest flex is finding this song on an Xbox disc and literally abandoning everything to pursue a career in music, but pointlessly. I work at a factory now. Spent half my life and never even hit minimum wage before they raised it to like 12. And that is why things accidentally fall into your pocket. If they don't pay you enough, you got to make your money somehow, right? Especially if you work at a warehouse. I mean, it's only a joke. I don't wish for you to do anything like that, but some people do. Fight the power. Fight the power. Come on, we need another offensive comment, please. Yeah, look at this. Put Walk Among Us and turn it up. What a great line. That's a lyric to the song. And I said there was a Misfits-esque energy, you know? Matt Skibber. Isn't Matt Skibber in another band? Alkaline Trio. Matt Skibber and the gang is underrated, but they're one group who have a lot of talent. Cheers for the main man, Matt Skibber. Isn't Matt Skibber in another act? Another punk rock adjacent act? There we go. Good songwriters. Good songwriters. Do you know what? A thing with a band like this is when they come to the singles and the music videos, I bet this band, just judging by the first two songs, can write so consistently and formulate songs to such a good degree that there's no like standout music video. It just happens to be a music video for one of their songs, because they could have put a music video to a lot of their songs because of how well constructed their songs are, because of how powerful their choruses are, because of how well produced the track is. You know where I'm coming from? We've got 100 Stories coming up next. Yes, now bless. Now don't forget the rest. Now, good morning is the title of this. Let me get my bits and bobs off. Might have a fresh, clean shave today, alright, people. Don't get emotional. Don't get emotional. I seen that a grasshopper, if it goes evil, becomes a locust. Isn't that mad? And then someone said, yeah, just like a pig, when allowed to be free and wild, becomes a boar. What? Is this true? Could somebody confirm these details to me? What the hell? 100 Stories is track number 3 of 12 on Good Morning by Alkaline Trio. Not to be confused with Acidic Trio. Alright. Get your pH levels right, yeah? This entire listen through goes out to my good friend Marcus. One love to Marcus. Always puts me on to some good music. This is track 3. Let's go. I seen a video of Good Charlotte performing as of recent. And Good Charlotte has got 2 twins in the band. And you could never tell they were twins back in the day. But now you can. It's clear as day. They look identical. It's insane. My whole life's been a lie.
You're in the next room sleeping and I'm shouting out a song for you. I shouldn't wake you over the furnace, but I should swear to someone you've loved every low. So dream a good one tonight. I listen to the bad ones when they come. Get up in my ear till I hear every word, every turn, every tongue. I will tighten my grip.
In Canada, an identified 44-year-old resident of Lindsay, Ontario, confronted an intruder that broke into his house, an armed burglar, and he's facing assault charges for attacking the armed burglar. Can you believe it? And the excuse is when seconds matter, police are only minutes away. What? I mean, with all due respect, if you had kids, people to look after, let alone yourself, and someone broke into your house, if you don't commit an act that might be deemed irresponsible in the eyes of society, I don't think you've done a good enough job, to be honest with you. Do you know what? Is this an album? Is this a band that's punk rock enough for us to talk about punk rock? Because you know what? One of my biggest qualms with punk rock, right, or punk rock community, is that none of them actually stand for anything. Basically, none of the community. Like, it's very rare that anybody actually stands up. If anything, punk rock is allowed and manufactured because it supports the progressive politic and identity that the government want you to sort of enforce anyway, you know. While as you think you're against authority, you're not really against it because you're just promoting the same things that you're supposed to, right? Like good little sheepages. Not that I'm any different. I'm not. I just want to live a simple life. I'm not against anything. So, what was I going to say? I was going to say over here, it's like we had the Online Safety Act, which is obviously a ploy for ushering in it's a Trojan horse, right? To usher in dystopian prison planet principles, right? But they usher it in to say, oh, it's for the good of the children. It's to protect children. It's to look after children. It's always to look after children. And like situations like that, it's just like, no, you don't have to do it because that's the police's job, and the police are only a minute away, and it's like they're not. They're only a minute away when it comes to, you know, shit that really funds them. Which is you, the taxpayer, but, you know, the people with the money, basically. Why can I not take a little bit of strain off of the system, let them breathe a bit, and look after myself? Why can't I, if not we, look after and care for our own children? And I can go into that in a moment. That's a matter of applying for a birth certificate and giving the rights of that child and giving the rights of that identity and that corporation that's been formulated upon the birth of the child to the government. But that's another story. That's just a conspiracy. That's called a straw man conspiracy, right? I wouldn't recommend looking up that because you'll have Wikipedia articles popping up to just sort of correct you there when you look up that sort of stuff. But why do we have to... Bruh, I came from fuck all! And I've learnt to look after myself. At no point in my life on planet Earth have I had to ask for assistance, right? And I'm not saying that's not the case for everyone, but it is possible. And if I want to opt out of being nannied as a grown man by that which I don't want in my life, why can't I just say no? That's my rant over and done with. I just seen that someone getting charged for attacking a home intruder. The fuck?
And no one could tell even if I fell 100 stories straight down, down, down.
The only thing you're gonna have to do, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I support the law. I'm a law-abiding citizen. And nothing I say should be taken as fact. It's nonsense. Let's talk about punk rock though whilst we're here. So, it's a younger man's game. Let's be fair. If you go to a punk rock event, what generation are you going to see? You're going to see the younger generation, or at least with the up-and-coming circuits and whatnot. It's across the board, musically speaking, that's the way it is anyway. Any degree of creativity is linked to youthfulness. And I say that to say, if you still have a youthful spark, if you still have a creative spark, if you've not let that die, because they don't want you having that, they just want you to be a drone, right? So if you're not a drone and you are actively creative and expansive and like water, my friend, then you are still in touch with that inner child that was expressive, expansive, and, you know, all of the good stuff that allows you to learn with an open mind, right, before it gets closed off and you have to believe left or right wing or Democrat or Republican, which side of my hemisphere, which hemisphere of my cerebrum do I choose? Which hemisphere of my neocortex do I choose in order to be a participant of this system, right? Prior to all of that, you learn via experience, and it was a borderline necessity that you learned via experience, and then you learnt the baseline of everything you needed to, and you just became boring, right? So, as far as like punk rock is concerned, it's counterculture, yeah, but it's as counterculture as the natural direction of a teenager upon finding their own identity in their youth. You know, all teenagers come to a non-conscious awareness of their independent identity when that formulates within them during those teenage years or pre-teenage years. And they start to rebel, don't they? They start to go against their parents. They start to do everything their parents tell them not to, purely down to the fact that I'm my own person now. You can't tell me what to do. I've found independence in oneself. So that naturally applies to punk rock and why punk rock sells to the younger generation, the younger kids, because it's like, oh shit, this community, this music hyper accentuates the tag I'm wearing right now. The anti-authoritarian situation. Anti-authoritarian, essentially linking to the parents first and foremost prior to government. Fuck you, mum and dad. I ain't gonna listen to what you do. I'm gonna get in trouble and get drunk and smoke and stuff. Do you see where I'm coming from? So as far as punk rock being counterculture and so forth, I think it more or less just applies itself to the archetype of the young child that arguably 80%, if not more, of human beings go through during their own self-development. 80% is a random percentage, but, you know, I didn't want to say everybody. That was some food for thought. I'm speaking marketing today, people. I'm speaking business, I'm speaking sales. I'm speaking if you want to be a punk rock artist and sell the hell out, who you need to target, and that's the essence, that's the soul, that's the childlike naivety, expression and creativity and rebellious nature of that which exists within that market before you. Don't look at them as they are, as 25-year-olds, 26-year-olds, 20-year-olds. Look at them as what they come from. All right, that 14-year-old rebellious kid, that 15 one, or tap into that energy, tap into that vibration. It still exists.
This bed is too big to sleep in, and I'm dying just to feel you breathe. You couldn't see across the ocean, but I was turning over to the vampire sea. So dream a good one tonight. I'll listen to the bad ones when they come. Get up in my ear till I hear every word, every turn, every tongue. I will tighten my grip. No one could tell even if I fell 100 stories straight down, down, down. No one could tell even if I fell 100 stories down. I was getting bored with hurting myself. If you fall down enough, well, soon enough you will find hell. It can't be as pretty as we hoped it would be. It's not even warm here, not even 10 degrees. Dream a good one tonight. 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 I was getting bored, so dream a good one to myself. I was getting bored, so dream a good one to myself. I was getting bored, so dream a good one to myself. I was getting bored with hurting myself.
That was 100 stories, but my question is 100 stories a telling of a story? Or stories in an apartment block? We got Continental coming up next. This big one at 409,000 views. Yes, now, bless now. King of the Pit TV. Continental is the title of track number 4 of 12 on Good Morning by Alkaline Trio. Isn't a continent... I know what a continental is as far as geography and travel is concerned, but continental is also the name for a breakfast, isn't it? In like a B&B, a bed and breakfast. Continental's like you can just go and grab what you want, I think. I'm never awake at the point where I can access the breakfasts when I'm like on holiday and away and stuff. I'm just like, fuck that. I'm here to relax. I'm lying in, people. Get back, Shadrach. Contact. Continental is track number 4 12. The stylist for goes out to my friend Marcus. Let's jump in. One moment. I think I've knocked my flipping volume. Mic check. Yo, you probably can't hear me too well because I'll be speaking into a different speaker right now. Hold on. Alright, there should be a better degree of clarity now. Yes, yes. Here's a philosophical one for you. Everything works in degrees. Bad is good, just two sides of the same coin. You tell me, when does audio become good and when does it become bad? It's all relative, alright? All you need to do if you want to make good change in your life is turn the dial one way or the other. A yes is a no and a no is a yes. Just depends on how you apply those details. Let's go! That's Hermeticism, a law of the universe.
I've got a dying urge to feel the way you do. Too close for comfort, bed and breakfast in a spoon. The shortest breath of your young life, a long walk home on Friday night. You made one last stop at the store. So close to perfect, swear to hell thought it was you. But this bouncing baby boy's now turning baby blue. I've got your pictures on my walls. I got a long.
There you go. Someone says why I love cereal on Saturday morning after going to the store on Friday night. So there you go. Reference to the breakfast there. Put some respect on that. Where's my fucking volume?
I've got your pictures on my walls. I got a long list of calls I must make to your existence.
I used to like this song when I was a teenager. As an adult, I just remember all my friends who overdosed. I had a friend who overdosed. A friend who started taking drugs with the homeless, and he killed himself over taking heroin because like he got sucked up into that scene. That's a mad one, that, innit? That's a mad one. Resentment and alcohol are up there for me. It sucks. Do you know what the worst drug is? Disregarding like death, cocaine is the worst drug. Everybody I've seen who's gotten into cocaine has become a complete, well, not generally speaking, but as far as addiction is concerned, degenerate behaviour, right, to upkeep the habit. And as far as like by the end of the night when you've been doing cocaine all night, degenerate behaviour. Like, other than that, you know, external to being high, they're good people, but like I don't like cocaine. I think it's a devilish drug.
Family, I had 9 lives and one by one you chew them up. Your final coffin nail's been driven far too much. This won't take long. You said I'm not going far. Go wait in the car. Go wait in the car. I often wonder what it feels like to be you. A mess like this stuck on your hands with crazy glue. Ran out of time, no kiss goodbye. Wish I could learn to let this sleeping dog die. Without lying to myself, you had 9 lives and one by one you chewed them up. Your final coffin nail's been driven far too much. This won't take long. You said I'm not going far. Go wait in the car. Go wait in the car.
You're gonna have the last chorus after this.
You had 9 lives and one by one you chewed them up. Your final coffin nail's been driven far too much. This won't take long, you said. I'm not going far. Go wait in the car.
You had 9 lives, and one by one you chewed them up. There was a great chorus, great writing on that. Do you know why there was great writing? Because there's a fantastic elevation of the chorus. Just the oomph of power and the audacity when the chorus hits in relation to what came prior. You know, the dynamic of the music really elevated to a very strong and powerful place. That was really good. That was really good. That was Continental by Alkaline Trio. Probably the best song so far. They've all been good songs. These dudes can write a good song, but the chorus on that one was really good. The flow and the phrasing of the music I thought was pretty cool. We've got All on Black, another heavy-hitting one, judging by the view count, coming up next. See you there. Yes, now bless now, people. Good Morning is the record. Alkaline Trio is the band. Track 5 of 12 is entitled All on Black. Alright, let's jump straight in. Good bass presence on this one. For some strange reason, I'm picking up on it more on this one than in the others. That bass presence, huh? Love them backing. Let that Seville. Come on. Nice hush bridge section. Good tune. You know what? So far we've not had one bad number on this record. Very, 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 very good. Like, from the eyes of a record label or an A&R representative back in these days, you'd think, yeah, you know what, we could sell a few records, no doubt. We could get him in the studio, polish a few things up, and get him to really put this good songwriting to work. Really good. The backing vocals were the best part of that, and like I said, quite a prominent bass line. Even though we'll have had that consistent through the record as of so far, for some reason I just picked up on it in particular in that song. Let's keep on moving. Got Emma coming up next. Yes, now bless now people. Good Morning by Alkaline Trio. Track 6 of 12 is entitled Emma. This entire listen through goes out to my friend Marcus, who recommended this on the Patreon. Let's jump in. This is a brief one. We got a couple of short ones. Emma and Fatally Yours.
Emma appeared like an angel. Emma fell like rain. Into my lap like a heart attack, like lightning from her name. I'm running to hide a bad excuses. Don't wanna lie or seem intrusive, but time hasn't told me anything, and neither has she. A poinsettia and poison rain, traded to love for insult and injury. We washed it down the drain with one silver bullet and two Vicodin. And two Vicodin. Emma woke up in darkness, suitcase already packed. Note on the bedstand, signed in blood sincerely, never coming back. A nightmare, a night.
Could someone tell me if Matt Skibber's in another band? Because I don't associate that name with Alkaline Trio. Am I right or wrong in saying that? It makes me think he was in a band like H2O or something like that, aside from that. Who's Matt Skibber?
The nightmarish household in which she died, 'cause it made her feel at home. Somehow made me feel at home. A poinsettia and poison rain, traded to love for insult and injury. We washed it down the drain with one wooden stake through the heart and two Vicodin. A poinsettia and poison rain, traded to love for insult and injury. We washed it down the drain with one silver bullet and two Vicodin. And we watched the sun fall crown on a city that sleeps in a world upside down. A slow ticket straight out of town. You went out with a bang when you took with you all my dreams underground. With you all my dreams underground. With you all my dreams underground. With you all my dreams underground.
That was a good tune. Do you know, obviously you listen to them writing decent songs, right? And then if you want to really drive in the fact that they do write good songs and they're writing, you know, formulaic music, you look at the fact that they've got songs written after women. Okay, I don't need to go too deep on this because if you follow me for a minute, I'm sure I've beaten this point to death, but this is what you would call evergreen content. So if I write a song now which is about Donald Trump being the president, all right, there might be a momentary spike in view count, in, you know, audacity and how it gets about, but it might not stand the test of time. But writing songs about women are always going to stand the test of time. And I don't mean writing songs about, but I'm writing songs where the title is clearly the name of somebody, right? Because there's a lot of Emmas in the world. Emma Lee could perhaps be called Emma and listen to this song. You could devote this song to a girl called Emma. You could be Emma. You could name your kid Emma based on this song. Have you seen how multifaceted this is? There was a band called, I forgot who it was, but they did a tune. Incredible songwriters, incredible band. Song for Anyone, I think it was entitled. Who did that? I think they were a London-based act. Song by, and the hook is just random names of women. I wrote this song for you. And there's a line in regards to PRS checks coming through, which are performance royalties. So the song is just like, I don't even know women call these names. I'm just writing songs about women's names, and I'm just waiting for the money to roll on in. Do you know what I mean? Fatally Yours is track number 7. I'll see you there. King of the Pit TV, track 7 of 12 on Good Morning by Alkaline Trio is entitled Fatally Yours, yeah? Is this the shortest in the record? This is the shortest track in the record at 2 minutes 16. I'm ready when you are, people, okay? Look at her having a great time brushing her teeth with fluoride. Let's go. Good energy, high energy, up tempo. A shorter track without any detraction from the quality of the writing. Obviously, with being a little more up tempo, we can sort of fit a little bit more into a more compact space. Decent number. Good if you want to hear the bass guitar, that's for sure, because we've got plenty of just like extended chords over the top of plenty of moving in that bass guitar, with the bass guitar being of a higher register. You can hear the clinking and the clanking, which you can't necessarily hear too much when it's on the lower frequency. Yeah, Fatally Yours, not too bad. Track number 8 coming up next. Every Fug Needs a Lady. Whoa! Yes, now bless now, people. Good Morning by the Alkaline Trio is what we're listening to. Track 8 of 12 is entitled Every Fug Needs a Lady. Alright. Let's go. Provided to YouTube by BMG Rights Management. 2003 BMG via Vagrant Records. We got Derek Grant, Matt Skiba, Dan Andriano.
I know it's dark here, you know that I'm scared too. For some reason right now, of everything but you.
Tracy Wood said, I wrote a thesis on it. You wrote a thesis on what? This is what?
Right now,
Groundbreaking stuff.
all that I recognize.
There's a tune they did called Wash Away that was on the Tony Hawk's American what would they call it? American what? American Wasteland soundtrack. I drilled that game a little bit. I wonder what song that is, because I'll remember that the moment I play that. Wash Away. I don't remember it by title.
You know I came here when I
I think Alkaline Trio had a couple of occurrences on the Tony Hawk soundtracks.
knew your soft voice and you
I think it might have been on the Fug one.
sounded like an answer and I'll wait here.
American Wasteland wasn't as good as the Underground 1 and 2. But it was half decent, it was good.
It's nothing I'll forget when the moon gets tired. You're stuck to me every day.
Digga digga digga.
I am because it's all I have today. And tomorrow, who knows where we'll be. From here, I can hardly see a thing.
That's
But I will follow anyone who brings me to you. For now, forever.
That sounded a little Smiths-esque.
From here, I can hardly see a thing. But I will follow anyone who
But I won't follow anyone. That line there, that phrasing was like a Morrissey phrase. Da 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 da.
You know it starts here, outside waiting in the cold. Kiss me once in the snow, I swear it never gets old. And I will promise you, I can make it warmer next year. You know I came here when I needed your soft voice. I needed to hear something, it sounded like an answer. Now I stay here, and every day I get one. It's nothing I'll forget when the moon gets tired. You're stuck to me every day. Believe in what I am because it's all I have today. And tomorrow, who knows where we'll be. From here, I can hardly see a thing. But I will follow anyone who brings me to you. For now, forever, for on and on and on. So go plug in your electric blanket. We can stay in a southern summer wedding day. Go plug in your electric blanket. We can stay here.
Good tune once again, as we saw in the comment section. Good songwriting in the realm of, you know, having you project yourself upon the song. What's cooler than you being the fug who needs a lady? Think, oh, this song's about me. Do you know where I'm coming from? So it's good. It's good songwriting. Good number. Let's continue onwards. We've got Blue Carolina coming up next. Yes, now bless now people. Good morning by Alkaline Trio is the record we're listening to. Track 9 of 12 is entitled Blue Carolina. Okay. This entire listen through goes out to my friend Marcus. Recommend this on Patreon. Whilst we're here, I thought it was Blue Carolina initially. If you didn't know this, did you know the song Sweet Caroline? Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. It was actually written about a 14-year-old girl. Hands touching hands. Sorry, what? Reaching out, touching you. Wait, what? Sorry? Google it. And think about that every time you hear somebody sing it. Think about it every time somebody wants you to sing along to it. Understand that it isn't what the people believe. Let's move on. It was written about like some politician's daughter who was 14 at the time.
It's everything that I can do right now. Do not think about you moving further off with every passing second.
As a fan and a consumer of music, what you realize is like the top tier of music, whether it be the artistry or whether it be the songs, the most marketable like product within the music space, it's all devilish. It's all devilish.
Every night of this lonely summertime, I feel it missing
It's mind control.
from my heart. A thought was kidnapped from my soul. Well, I can hardly wait until I
Your brain operates in frequencies. Emotions create a frequency, right? Colours are colours based upon frequencies. So on the album cover here, we've got the colour of red. If you look at a rainbow, you'll see red being the lower colour. It's the lowest frequency. That's why it aligns with anger. It's why it aligns with the root chakra in spiritual traditions, Eastern spirituality and whatnot. It all aligns from red all the way to lilac, violet, and then above and beyond the colour of white, purity, and then above and beyond that which we don't see. What do we call what we don't see? We call it ultraviolet, right? Our eyes can't perceive the frequencies above and beyond there, such as we can't perceive the vibrations that our emotions emit and receive and the feelings that align to particular frequencies. Music and audio is frequency. If I pick up that guitar and I play the strings, it vibrates. Vibration is frequency. So they will use particular hertz, maybe inside and outside of your conscious awareness, to manipulate you. That's a deeper level of game. I'm being deadly serious about that, by the way, because we were tuning to 432 hertz as standard tuning normally, and then at some point we started to use the standard to tune to 440 hertz while tuning our guitar, right? Whilst listening to the music we listen to and so forth. Why was there a change in the frequency to such a minute degree? In Hindu scripture, Kali Yuga, the age of apocalypse and whatnot, over the course of 432,000 years. I think 432 also relates to our planet in relation to something else. Now, I don't know what it was, 432,000 miles in relation to maybe the moon or the sun or something. You're going to have to tell me that. I've forgotten that detail. But that is also the frequency as to what the earth emits, 432 hertz. So when you tune your instrumentation to that, you are aligning with the natural order. When you walk in the streets and you're hearing harsh frequencies and vibrancies emitted by the radio stations and that which is that you can't get away from, you have to think, what is the reason behind this? Never heard of subliminal messaging? Never heard of hypnosis, hypnotherapy that utilize sound and tonalities and timbres and, you know. What more needs to be said? I don't know much. I'm just giving you the foundation to search it yourself. Just so you know, I'm just finding you the doctor who studied. David Hawkins is who put emotional frequencies in a chart so it's easy to absorb the information, and he wrote about it. I don't have the literature personally, but I've heard a couple of speakings and seen the chart, what he's put out there. So if you're interested in emotional frequencies and whatnot and how it affects your life, because I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent here, but it goes deeper than that. Your clothing has a frequency, right? So I'm not going to be able to speak via example wearing this, but generally when I'm out and about, I won't be wearing, you know, cotton blends or polyesters and whatnot, because it's poison, it's plastic, right? Microplastics get into your skin. They found in the womb of women, in the placenta, given they were pregnant, microplastics that have derived from the clothing, if not other sources, right? It's polyesters, viscose, and all of that cheap shit that you get from China because it's just easy slave labor, easy markup for the businesses, right? Linen, cotton, or given it's organic cotton, and wool, right, have a high frequency. They heal you, right? Whereas lower frequency clothing, which are made of microplastics and so forth, and even other products like silk and so forth, they're lower frequency clothing, they will actually get you ill. You'll actually fall ill given you have this material upon your body on a consistent basis, right? When you watch the news and it gives you consistent bad news, it deflates you. It aligns you on the frequency of hatred, the frequency of anger, the frequency of fear, the frequency of shame. These have you operate at a lower level, which gets you sick. When you're sick, who do you give your money to? Particular industries I'm not going to speak on, right? That are based upon you being ill. How can science improve over the decades and we continue to fall more sick and become more terminally ill as a people? People get into trouble for talking too much in detail about that sort of stuff. That's for you to research, you know? But there you go. It's even in spiritual scripture, the idea of wearing linen and wool and cotton and so forth. That's what our ancestors used to do. And now we don't. We just cover ourselves in shit. And on a side note, if you want to look at frequencies, no. We've spoken enough about that. That also goes into manifestation principles and theoretics and all that. Do you know when people talk about how can I manifest my reality and stuff like that? Well, it comes down to the fact that it starts off in your brain and then you manifest it in the real. That which we can see and we can touch and we can, you know, maneuver in the material realm has a lower frequency of that what exists within the mind, which is of a higher frequency. So when you learn how to adjust and apply the spectrum in your favor, maybe you might be able to create something that you never thought you were able to do so before. But what do I know? What do I know? Yeah!
Someday I'll burn this bed, only to be wide where I'll hide for the next 17 days. I will ask myself, how badly do I want this? I really want this.
Life is like a glow stick. Sometimes we have to break before we shine.
Where I can hardly wait until I get the sun in your lips go pressing on my skin. Where I can hardly wait until I feel the thrill in my heart that starts inside your eyes. And there's a song in my head that burns so good on my tongue. Yes, I will. Yeah, yeah.
Good tune. You know what? I hate to say it because, you know, relatively speaking, it's not heavy. But we had the heavier moment of the record on here. Dun-dun, dun-dun. And it actually came with quite a unique tonality. It sounded pretty industrial. Gang. Do you know what I mean? That was alright. That was Blue Carolina. Let's keep on going. We got Donner Party all night. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. It's King of the Pit TV. Good Morning is the record. Alkaline Trio is the band. Track 10 of 12 is entitled Donner Party all night. Alright, we're talking bread and circuses tonight, clearly by the FIFA advertisement. We're going deep! Ranting and raving tonight. If you look at a football stadium, it looks no different to the Roman Colosseums of old. Because they were set into place for you to project and express your tribal identity and aggression in a safe manner that wasn't averse to the powers that be. So there you go. It's all a distraction. It's all an expression, and it's why these sports people get paid so much. Do you know? Doner party all night. What we talking? Doner kebabs. Let's go. I'll never. No comment. No comment.
So began this way, I can't recall how we got started. So began this way, I don't recall a thing. And all in all, I guess it's for the better if you don't remember anything. Sit and sing. There was a time when everything we did seemed free. And all in all, I guess it's for the better if you don't remember anything. Sit and sing, and I wanted you to know it was you that we were thinking of as we quietly died in the snow. A place we'll never leave, a place we never want.
I bet you that whomever writes the lyrical content for this band is a fan, one way or another, maybe indirectly, of Morrissey's penmanship of the Smiths. I bet you. I bet you.
A place we'll call the final resting place in pieces. So began this way, I don't recall where we got started. So we end this way, no trace of us in spring. And all in all, I guess it's for the better if you just can't feel a fucking thing. Fall asleep and die. I wanted you to know it was you that we were thinking of as we quietly died in the snow. A place we'll never leave, a place we never wanna call home. A place we'll call the final resting place in pieces. And I wanted you to know it was you that we were thinking of as we quietly died in the snow.
This bit, listen.
Thinking of as we quietly died in the
As we quietly... It sounds like Arctic Monkeys.
snow. A place we'll never leave, a place we never wanna call home. A place we'll call the final resting place in pieces.
Decent tune. Want the best tune on the record. Some degree of historical context to it, apparently, says the comments. But we're not going to look into the historical context because from right now, I am defining or redefining the concept of that song about getting a takeaway, getting a doner kebab. All right. If We Never Go Outside is track number 11. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now. Good morning by the Alkaline Trio is the record we're listening to. Track 11 of 12 is entitled If We Never Go Inside. What you on about? If we never go inside where? Let's find out.
Trying to put it down one night. For some of us it changed our lives. A few of us never saw it coming. Like the fire it disappeared. Happened at a wonderful age. With the traffic lights your mind can change. Made up rules to follow for good. No wonder we're fucked up. Some of us did. The night never ends if we never go inside. The moon is always full. Your calendar is always pinned on summertime. Were you planning on staying forever? You don't fit in this hole, don't you remember? Hold your breath, walk, don't run through the graveyard. wonder where fucked up some of us did. I'm just scared I might never say goodbye. I won't be around to hold you down, pry open your ears as you are. Were you planning on staying forever? You don't fit in this hole, don't you remember? Hold your breath, walk, don't run through the graveyard. Were you planning on staying forever? You don't fit in this hole, don't you remember? Hold your breath, walk, don't run through the graveyard. Is this why you work so hard? Is this why you run so far? Same place, same hello, same goodbye. Helps you get through beat up inside. Were you planning on staying forever? You don't fit in this hole, don't you remember? Hold your breath, walk, don't run through the graveyard. Were you planning on staying forever? You don't fit in this hole, don't you remember? Hold your breath, walk, don't run through the graveyard.
Big extended chord there at the end, eh? Let that tonic ring out for a second. That was If We Never Got Sad. Let's finish this record out, yeah? Blue in the Face. I didn't think that was a standout track. I thought it was as quality as the rest, but it was just another tune. We got Blue in the Face to finish, yeah? Yes, Now Bless Now. Good Morning by Alkaline Trio is coming to an end as we're on the last track. Blue in the Face is the title of track number 12. This title list through has gone out to Marcus, who recommended this on the Patreon. Let's polish this off, shall we?
It's about time that I came clean with you, no longer fine. I'm no longer running smooth. I thought that I found myself under something new, just one more line. I repeat over and over again till I'm blue in the face with a choking regret as I talk in circles round you on my bed. Can't say I blamed you one bit when you kept it all inside when you left that night. It's about time that you got sick of me, no longer fun, and so far from interesting. I thought that I found me a cure for feeling old, just one more line to keep me sleeping loudly and cold in disgrace with a shameful regret as I talk in tongues to myself in my bed. Can't say I blamed you one bit when you kept it all inside when you left that night. And all that followed fell like mercury to hell. Somehow we lost our heads for the last time. And all that followed fell like mercury to hell. Somehow we lost our heads for the last time. And I don't dream since I quit sleeping, and I haven't slept since I met you. can't breathe without coughing at daytime. Neither can I. So what do you say? You're coughing on mine.
Really good cadence there of the final line. Blue in the Face is fair play, but Your Coffin or Mine should have been the title of that, with all due respect. Do you know? Because that's the boldest and most standout line, and a complete fantastic resolution to the song. It all builds up to that one line. This was good in regards to you being able to see, because all through this record I've been referencing songwriting, or they're writing songs and so forth, but this really breaks it down to the bare minimal. We've got an acoustic guitar, nice, clean and organic, and we've got a vocal line, and this is essentially where all of these songs are going to derive from. I assume, like, the frontman or the singer is going to pick his guitar up and write some songs, and then the rest of the band are going to put the power chords and the drum beats to it, because that's all it is really, isn't it? Like, it's all based on the song. It's not based on the riffs or the virtuoso capabilities and talents of the band. So that was a good way of actually identifying the very root essence, the soul of this act, which is the song. I'm going to do one last video. I'll break down my final overview of the album as a whole, and I'll rate it out of 10. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now people. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. We just listened to the Alkaline trio with Good Mourning. 12 tracks. It was recommended on the Patreon by my friend Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. Decent record. Not too bad a record, so let me have a big stretch. Aye. I'm going to go get some food after this. Where do we start with this record? It's very consistent. So if you enjoy what you hear, you're going to enjoy the record. You know, you're not going to have too many twists and turns, highs and lows, which is a blessing and a curse, really, because I've had experiences where I've listened to music and I've really liked this. This is it, right? So there are bands I really like who are very uniform. So they produce a sound I enjoy, and they don't really go too far from that sound, and in doing so, I generally enjoy their music. Thing being, it's not a great showcase of creative ability and conducive to a great product. It's funny because it strengthens the brand, but as far as the product is concerned, it can be, a product being the record or the band's catalogue as a whole, it can come across as just quiet, formulaic and bland. With that being said, if you like this band's sound, you will really like the record, because we don't go too far off. Well, we've set very firm boundaries on this record to operate within. Guitar work is power chord based. Simple. Bass line plays root notes. A couple of noodles here and there, but nothing independent. Drummer plays the drum beats. Has a little more creative expression than the guitars, to be honest. Like the drum fills were a little bit more out there than any of the ideas on the guitars. It's a 3-piece act, so we need to be broad throughout what we're playing, otherwise there is potential of it sounding a bit thin. So the band do a good job of doing that, just like the open power chords, ensure that we've always got audacity, we've always got volume to the product, to the recording. This, having said that, is based mostly on the songs. I would say 70 to 75% of this product you're listening to is in relation to the song, the songwriting, the lyrical content. There's a great coherency with the lyrical content. You can really hear, regardless of the distorted guitars, you can really hear with great clarity the lyrical, word by word, syllable by syllable. Really phenomenal job as far as the production of the vocal is concerned. I thought this was a good record. This is definitely a band that is going to align with someone's youth, and they're going to take it into their later days, as opposed to someone just getting into them as a, you know, an older person such as myself. And I say this because I find a parallel between this and one of my favourite acts of back then, Good Charlotte. You know, a little bit more of a gothic approach to the realm of punk rock, good songwriters, and I couldn't listen to Good Charlotte now, I assume, and feel the same way I did whilst I was younger. So I think this is a band that really speaks to the essence of youth, operates on a frequency that aligns with the emotive value, the energy, and the necessity of what an alternate kid needs in their music catalogue. Do you know? If I was to rate this record, respectfully, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's not a sound that I'm too fussed about. As far as the songwriting is concerned, it is the focal point, and I'd like a little more edge to the lyric. Don't need to switch up the way we're writing songs, but as far as the lyrical content is concerned, a little more edge, you know, a little more punk rock value, a little bit more punk rock injection. Because what we're getting is pop-based writing with a little plug of, you know, 15% punk rock value. There's not much more than that. What more needs to be said? I'll give it 6.5. I'm signing out on that note. Peace. Goodbye.